Hi guys. Tonight I'm reviewing the movie Ruby Sparks, starring Zoe Kazan, Paul Dano, and Elliott Gould. Ruby Sparks is a small, independent love story with a twist, shall we say. The main character is Calvin, which is played by Paul Dano, which some of you might remember from a little independent gem, Little Miss Sunshine. Calvin's character is a author, and he had a very successful book straight out of high school, and it was kind of renowned as like a Catcher in the Rye, very famous literary work. And it's been 10 years since then. Calvin hasn't written another novel, and he's kind of stuck in a rut. He's a very introverted person, doesn't really have any friends, doesn't hang out with anyone besides his brother, who's kind of his polar opposite, a guy who goes to the gym, who's very outgoing and friendly. Elliott Gould, who plays the psychiatrist, Calvin's psychiatrist, gives him an assignment to try to open him up to meeting new people and help with his writer's block on this new novel. He tells him to write about a person, and at that point Calvin starts having these dreams about a girl, and at first they're very vague, but then they become much more detailed. Her name is Ruby. He gives her all of these kind of details about her life, her upbringing, and he begins to start typing this into his story. And he types pages and pages and develops this whole person until one morning he walks down the stairs and there's Ruby right there cooking breakfast. And so there's kind of a funny romp of, oh my goodness, am I crazy? There's this girl, and I typed, and all of a sudden here she is. And from there it takes off. There are lots of funny parts, some dramatic parts. It really goes through the ups and downs of a relationship, and he's writing her. He can make her do anything. But is that really what you want? If you could create the perfect boyfriend or girlfriend, would you really want that? Do you want someone who loves you for you, or because you're making them? Those are some of the questions that this movie discusses, and it really holds your attention. It makes you laugh, makes you kind of sit back and have a quiet moment. Zoe Kazan, who plays Ruby Sparks, is really wonderful. She's that quirky, cute girl next door that looks like she's someone's creation. She's really unique. And Paul Dano, he plays the kind of schlumpy guy pretty well. Their chemistry is definitely palpable. It's real. You believe it. And there's a twist at the ending, which I really enjoyed the whole movie, but the ending, it was kind of left, it was unclear. Could have gone either way, and I so wanted there just to be a clear answer. But I guess as this movie, part of its point is that there is no clear right or wrong. A doesn't necessarily go to B. It's kind of left up for you to decide and make the decision on your own about where you think it's going at the end of the movie. The movie's very open at the end. It's not a clear, oh, and they ride into the sunset, the end. But I think the writing is superb. Zoe, who plays Ruby Sparks, actually wrote this screenplay, which I think is really awesome. It's great to have not only a female screenwriter, but a young female screenwriter that can really bring fresh new ideas into film. And she and Paul Dano actually are in a relationship in real life, so that definitely translated onto screen. That chemistry, like I said before, was there. The acting from Zoe and from Paul was really good, and all of the more minor characters were excellent as well. Elliott Gould, there is a small section with Paul Dano's mother and stepfather, played by Annette Bening and Antonio Banderas. Those scenes were so funny. The audience was rolling with laughter. And I just think overall this is a really well made film. I would give it 3.5 stars out of 5. I I wish that it had had a more complete ending, because I'm more of a type A, like I want to know the answer. But for those of you who can kind of suspend reality, I mean, you have to anyways. The storyline that someone would type a girl, all of a sudden she would appear, of course that's not real. So if you're willing to kind of go along the ride, sit back and just believe the impossible, believe in magic, this is a really well done movie. It's well written, the acting's good, even the soundtrack. It's very cute, very whimsical, and yeah, I think you guys would enjoy it. Like I said, I give it a 3.5 out of 5, and that's my review for tonight. Thanks for watching.